Okay, I'm in West Seattle, and we're looking at a job called Lawton, L-A-W-T-O-N, Lawton Park Townhomes. This is off of 25th Avenue West. I'll give you an address, 3848 25th Avenue West here in Seattle. Okay, this is 25th Avenue West. Okay, Seattle, main part of Seattle over to the east of me. That's First Ave over there. So you come up West Thurman Street. It's a pretty steep hill, and you've got 25th Street West. As you can see, they've been able to use this as a staging site for a Connex bathroom. You got construction workers parking all along the side of the road here. So we'll be able to stage on the side here, but we're going to need a street use permit because we've got some sidewalk repair to do up on the top of this hill. So it's a little tight. At the very end, it turns into a little cul-de-sac that we can turn around. It's big enough for a truck to turn around and a trailer. Not very big to haul up a big trailer with like a paver or mini excavator or anything like that. So this job's going to entail seal coating, crack filling, a little bit of curb repair, a little bit of asphalt repair, and mostly and then the biggest item will be concrete sidewalk and drive approach. All right, so looking at this map, I'm right down here at that little green 2-foot mark. The little 2 foot is a little bit of curb, but I've highlighted all the parking areas that we need to seal coat. All these on the right side are buildings 1, 2, 3, and I think 4, and then over here is 5 and 6. The seal coating we'll do in 2 phases. We'll do probably 1, 2, 3. We might be able to get all of these done in one day, and then the second day do this side of the road. The reason why I say that is because everybody's gonna have to park here on the side of the street on both sides. There's lots of parking, but I don't know if there'll be enough parking if we closed everything down. So we'll do this in 2 phases on the seal coat. Okay, crack fill. There's about 1,000 feet of crack fill on all the properties. So 1,000 feet of crack fill. We'll start here at 3848. We'll definitely need a snuffy on all these jobs. I think power washing would be handy if we're working over here on the side, but I think that if we use a snuffy, we'll be able to get a lot of that off of there. Okay. So 3848 and 3846, you've got seal coating that goes around the building and then all the way up to there, and a little bit of crack fill. And we're not doing anything with the concrete sidewalk, but we do need to fix this piece of curb here. It's actually more than 2 feet. We'll take it back to the joint there. So we've got 6 feet of curb here. Okay, 6 feet of curb at this entrance, 6 by 8. All right, we'll walk up here. We're gonna get everything on the left side of the road, and then I'll turn around and come down the right side, and we'll get this long stretch and then the one up above. Okay, now I'm at 3836 through 3832. This is just crack fill and seal coat in here. Okay, it's actually pretty clean, so it shouldn't take too long to prep this one, but it goes all the way down to the garage to there. Okay, we'll make our way up to the next one. Okay, now we're approaching 3830 down to 3824. We got crack fill, seal coat to do in here. No asphalt repairs. Everything looks pretty good. This one's probably in the best shape out of all of them. Okay. Make our way up now to 3822. Okay, this one's got some extensive crack fill repair to do. We need to reseal this existing patch. We got some areas over here that we'll have to clean and crack fill. Right here we have an asphalt area that's dipped, so it'll be kind of an angled saw cut and patch here. All right, so what we've got here is a 12-foot by 9-foot patch here. 12 by 9. This will get rid of all this alligator cracking plus the area that's dipped right here. We'll crack fill the rest and seal coat. Okay, we're gonna go up and over. We've got 2 more lots on this side. Okay, I'm at the crest of the hill where the cul-de-sac is. Over here to the left, we've got a couple different items here. We'll start off in the parking lot. Crack fill to do some of these areas. We've got a tree root damage. One root that goes all the way across to there. So we'll do an angled rectangle cut from about this rock here all the way over to there. So what we'll have is kind of one big patch here. And actually we'll just cut it straight from here, come straight across and up and over. So what we've got is a 9 foot by 12 here, a 9 by 12. And we'll get rid of this tree root by cutting it out, repaving it. All the asphalt in here we're going to assume is 3-inch depth. Okay, 3-inch depth on the asphalt. Right here we got some alligator cracking here in front of 3810. We'll get this area cut out and replaced. Okay, so this will be a 2 foot by 12 foot. 2 foot by 12 foot, and we'll get rid of that alligator cracking there. Everything else will be crack filled. Okay, so when you get up here to the top, this is where we need the street use permit. You can see tree root damage here, and it's kind of lifted it up over here. So we'll need the right-of-way permit, and the arborist will have to come out and examine the tree roots to see if we can cut them. All right. We'll have a little bit of asphalt restoration to do right here, which is about a 12-inch, so 1 foot by 10 foot area here of asphalt that we'll have to cut out and restore after we do this concrete. So you can see it's lifted over here on this side. Got a nice lift. So we'll remove the sidewalk, which right now is at 6 inches. All the way down. Drive approach comes out. Sidewalk comes out. And we stop right here. I'm going to stand back so that we can have a photo, a screenshot of what it looks like for the actual application when we submit the permit application. So it'll be from this area here down to here. That entire area remove and replace. So we've got a 28 foot by 6 area to remove and replace. This sidewalk kind of looks like it's poured right up on top. Doesn't look like it's buried. The curbing is monolithic, so it's a monolithic pour with the sidewalk. Okay. So we need to remove and replace that. Down here, same situation, but earlier I was suggesting that we would just remove and replace this, but it would actually make sense for us to remove and replace this as well. And then we'll have a 1 foot by 13 foot asphalt restoration to do here at 3-inch depth. Okay. And then this, we'll remove it at the joint all the way up, and you can see it's lifted here, starting to separate. And then you can see right here, it's lifted up pretty good. This little piece right here, we could probably, when we go to form this in, we can form it all the way to here and get this area filled in, and then we'll make our joint. So you got 6 foot in width here. So this area from here down to here is a 20 foot by 6. 20 foot by 6, right in front of 3806, 04, and 3802. So we'll replace this asphalt restoration right here in front where it's cracking. So we'll get that. And then we'll do some crack fill repairs in these little areas here as well. Because we don't have much asphalt to do on this job, it would probably make sense to do a little saw cut remove and replace of this tree root here. Okay, so you have a 4 foot by 3 foot section here to remove and replace. 3-inch depth of asphalt. Okay, so that's everything on this side of the road. Now we want to go over to the other side and look at 5 and 6. Oh, and remember, it's crack fill and seal coat on everything we've looked at so far. Okay, I'm back here at the top of the hill, but now I'm on the opposite side of the road. 3817 and 3819. Just crack fill and seal coat all the way up to that door and all the way up to that garage door. Okay, just crack fill, seal coat. Got some moss up around the edges here. Now that I've looked at a lot of these, we should probably have at least 1 day in here of power washing, so that way we can clean up some of these thicker areas. So we've got 1 day of power washing that we're adding to this bid. Okay, now we're gonna walk down to the last lot. Okay, now we're getting back towards the bottom of the hill, and we've got this entire area to crack fill and seal coat. I'm checking here as I walk to see if there's any other asphalt repairs to do. There really isn't anything critical that needs to be repaired at this time. We do have just some cracks we'll have to clean out throughout here, along here. This got patched at one time, but it'll need to be crack filled again. A couple areas here. Here's some right here. And then it goes to the end. So that's pretty much it up here. It's pretty clean. And then the concrete sidewalk in the back. At this time, we won't be able to do the patio in the back. All right, so that does it for this sidewalk. We'll plan on doing the seal coat in 2 phases. We'll do the whole east side on 1 day, and then we'll do 5 and 6 on a different day. We'll have a day of power washing in here. They'll kind of bounce around to all the different properties, try to power wash what they can. The asphalt work and that little bit of curb work was the only thing I saw, that little 2-foot piece. Let's, oh gosh, it's gonna be a minimum for that. So we could probably form and pour that little piece of curb down there. The asphalt crew can probably do that. So if we put that on the asphalt spreadsheet, they can just form and pour that little section of curbing down there without bringing a curb crew out, because there really wasn't any other curbs to repair. All right, and then you've got the permit for the sidewalk replacements and the drive approach, and then we've got that's it, just the sidewalk repairs in that permit. So everything else we'll be able to get done fairly soon. Seal coat season starting pretty soon, so the asphalt can get done first, and that little piece of curb, we'll wait for the permit on that concrete, and that concrete can get done later in the year if that's what we have to do, and then the seal coat can happen probably as soon as May or June, possibly.